Hi, we're the BookToktors. I'm AK Mulford.
And I'm Ann Kemp. We want you to have fun selling your books and build community with us on TikTok.
If you want even more social media support and bonus content, you can check out our Patreon at patreon.com/BookToktors. And we have, why are you laughing?
Because I changed my whole, I think before we started recording today, I was like, I memorized my spiel. I know what to say. And each time we got on here, I've like made up a new thing. It's got the same words. It's just all in different order.
People get it. They know. Like, content helping you do stuff.
I want you guys to laugh. I want you to laugh with us. And so that's why we're here.
Not take it too seriously. This is all very important things. No new patrons this week, but thank you to all of our amazing patrons. We've been having so much fun answering all of your questions and seeing you all do amazing on TikTok. Yes. And today we are talking about something. I feel like this is going to be a little bit ranty, possibly. This is going to be our soapbox episode.
This could be that moment of like, I might scream and go under the desk and like throw a fit.
Yeah. And that is views. We're talking about views and why they don't matter nearly as much as everybody thinks they do.
Oh my God. I can't. I'm even just going to start this with stop it. Stop. Just stop talking about being somebody that works in social media. When you see people that keep leaning into it, and I'm sorry, author community, just as a marketer, I take my responsibility for breaking social media over the last few years that we've had it. As authors, you guys, you stumble into some amazing mistakes. But the fact that when you're stumbling into social media and then you start telling people, this is how you need to do things, I find that I'm unraveling more people that seem to, oh, I've got this many views, or I don't have this many views, or I need this many views. And then when they get the views they want, they didn't do things right to get those views. Well, it's because you don't know what you're doing. And the people that have taught you, while it's well-intentioned, because it comes from a good place, that they stumbled into this accidental success, or whether success by their strategy, they're not giving you the right advice, because at the end of the day, they're authors. They're not doing marketing. And I am just getting frustrated.
Oh, true. Yes. Well, because this is something I always tell people, is that there's two games that you're playing. They're playing the social media game and you're playing the author game. And the author game has nothing to do with views and number of followers. It has everything to do with like the number of newsletter subscribers you get from a video, the number of sales you get from a video, the number of people who actually convert into a meaningful way for your author business. Yep. And then the social media one is, how many followers do you have? How many viral videos do you have? How many views do you have? Like, that is the influencer game side of it. And a lot of people who are giving great advice on how to be a social media influencer, and not so great advice about how to actually like get people to buy your books on TikTok, so that's like, just be wary of those, because a lot of times the things that people are trying to tell you to do are like, might help you get a viral video, but they might not sell any books. I've had videos that have had millions of views that have sold some books, a nice little bump. But I've had videos with 2,000 views that have sold 1,000 books. You know what I mean? So that is the difference, is that it's not about how many people see your book. It's about the right people seeing your videos, and it's about how you can convert them into the things that you're trying to get them to do.
And people forget what you said about like you have these video views, but like somebody that I spoke to recently has a video with close to 15,000 views that they stumbled into after trying to do things. Just gonna say, I gave them advice. They didn't take it. They're still stumbling. Anyway, ranty episode.
It's not so hard when you're like, I know how to help you.
I've been telling you, I actually I served you how to fix this, and you're not doing it. But so they're at this 15,000 with this video, and they've got maybe And this is the part that made me like, I had no poker face. Like, so how many bookmarks do you have for that? 10 to 15.
Ooh, that's
And
not a good
I was
situation.
like something's
Yeah.
happened, that something's not connecting there, because I've had that on a video that's gotten 100 views, and that tells me that it's doing something for that niche. Like there's something that's not working, and it becomes the cycle, because then somebody gets the adrenaline. They want to have the high video views, but now they're determined to get the bookmarks. This is when the unfortunate and the desperate begins to happen, because
Oh,
people
yes.
start throwing stuff out there, and they're going to show up, and they're going to be, I'm going to sell you my book, but wait, there's more. I'm coming back to sell you another book, but wait, there's
Yeah.
more. I keep
People are
coming.
allergic to sales on TikTok way more than any other social media platform. People
Oh,
cannot handle being sold to, and they won't stick around for it. So
yeah.
yeah.
They
Also,
don't.
you can also have videos that end up getting a lot of views, not because they're good with sales, but because they're funny or anecdotal, or people like them for other reasons, but they're not saving them to rewatch because they're not going to go grab a book from them, you know?
Yeah.
So it's important to remember that as well, which is fine, by the way. It's absolutely fine to have a viral video that has nothing to do with about your books. That's just for fun. Make the next video about your books, though, I would recommend, because that one's still going to get pushed out to a lot of people. So you can kind of leverage that. And I like to kind of volleyball that sometimes, where I'll intentionally do a video I know will get heaps of views that has nothing to do with my books. And then the next video is my more sales pitchy one. But again, it's not about the views. And we've seen people who've had videos with very low views have amazing success from those videos. So it really just depends on what your priorities are. If your goal is to have as many views as possible, then great, and go for all of those things that are going to get you viral videos. But don't be upset when they don't sell you your books. You know, it's like there is that kind of wonderful, beautiful moment in the Venn diagram when you have a video that is both viral and very effective at selling your book. But that is like a 1% of the time situation. And it's great when it happens, and like celebrate and ride that wave as much as you want to. But, you know, what do you want your bread and butter to be? Do you want it to be viral videos, or do you want it to be videos that sell your books?
It's a views, like I look at the views from the launch I just had, and they are good views, but any number of groups or people that I am ranting about right now would take a look at my page and go, that's terrible. Oh, that's terrible. Poor thing. No, nothing viral. She's not even gone viral since she's been on here. No, but I've had steady income. And you know what? This launch was really amazing. In fact, in the last episode, I was telling Allie about how I've had the beautiful thing happen, and I'd seen it happen before, but in this launch more so, because I have put the time into getting to know my community and building that community across TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. It's the new one I've just opened. We're going to Facebook. It's my face on crack. But Facebook, like leaning into all of it. And I've been very happy with the fact that my readers are the ones that are now picking up the torch. So I'm coming into these social media platforms and I'm watching them post and talk using the language and the wording that I've given them from TikTok and Instagram posts, because I've figured out my business and my hooks by learning and being in here.
Yes.
There's like that leaning back into it. But yeah, the views, just stop it. Stop.
Well, I think this is the thing, is like, here's another hypothetical. Would you rather have a video that gets 50,000 views and sells 100 books? Like, that's pretty great, right? Or would you rather have a video that has 1,000 views, but of those you have a dozen people who become your diehard fans, who then go have their own videos that get thousands and thousands of views and sell hundreds of copies of your books ongoing?
Build my community. I want people like you.
This is the thing, is it's that investment in the people that I feel like is hard. It's harder for people to measure, and therefore a lot of people feel like it's less worthwhile than trying to get all of the views and all of the traffic through their own page. But if you're investing in people who are actually going to become like some of your favorite people, your super fans, your readers who are going to stick with you and read everything you write, like those people to me in my business are the most valuable people. And all of my energy is going into trying to get one more of them, not 1,000 more of people who might casually click on my book. And so that's where all of my energy focuses. And so, you know, when I started off, I was only on TikTok, and I didn't have a viral video until after I was making 6 figures. You know, I was making 6 figures on 1,000 view videos, you know, because it was from these real people who I treated with value instead of being like, oh, you know, it's not enough. And gosh, I really hate when I see an author show up on my FYP going, I'm not getting enough views, and I'm not, like, it's fine to say that to us and your friends, like we're the people to share that with, but don't post it on your page, because the people who show up for every single one of your videos, even if that's only 3 people, are seeing that and they're feeling like they're not enough now for you. And it's like you're complaining to them about how you only have 500 views or 200 views, and it's like, don't do that to them. They value your people.
It's like, it's smarmy. Like, it's a gross feeling when somebody does that, and it's automatic scroll. And these days it might be an unfollow. If I see somebody complaining about that and I'm following them, I don't have time for it. Just as much as I know that the people that follow me don't have time for it, I need to I get a quick second to capture their attention on TikTok or in any kind of social media situation. I'm going to come to them as I would my friend Ellie or my family or any of my other friends. Like, I'm going to come with a smile and to hang, because that's just who I am. I'm not going to always show up. Like, Ellie, if you and I got on Zoom all the time and I was like, oh my gosh, let me show you my book. Let me sell you this. I'm showing like, that would be the most horrible conversation.
My newsletter yet?
Are you on my Patreon?
But actually we all are, those people do, they like take the initiative. And if every 1 in 4, 1 in 5 of your videos is more of a like, check out my newsletter, do my thing, whatever, like people love that, because the rest of your content is getting to know you and all of the cool things you do or the stuff you're interested in. But yeah, you know, like I always tell people, like, pity only works once.
Yes.
You know,
yes, you
like
do. That's true.
if you see the same person complain, like I do feel bad for people if something happens, or you know, like they had a bad like sales month or things like that. But if every day or every week it's the same video about that, then it's no longer like a, you know, the world thing, it's a them thing, and they need to stop, because nobody wants to watch those videos. You know, it's like they've stopped thinking about what they're bringing to the table. Like, what content are they delivering that's worth watching at that point? You know, this is the thing you need to ask yourself, is like, what are you giving people that's worthwhile? Is it humor? Is it a really cool transition? Is it something insightful or a fun fact or something entertaining? Like, what are you giving them that makes it worth them following you and watching your videos? And it could just be a silly laugh. Like, that's great. That's most of what I do. But if you're thinking about what you're bringing them and you can't think of anything, like, if you're only concerned with what they can do for you, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, you're doing it wrong, because it does, like, you are the energy that you bring into that video. Like, just period. You are the energy. So if you show up mopey wopey, then that's what's going to come across, and that's what you're building for a fan base to show up for. No. And like, you know, Allie, just like you're saying, like, it works once with the pity. You can't keep showing up because you get, you know, you're getting the views or you're seeing the sales because you went on and you got upset about the thing that happened. It works one time. After that, it goes away.
Once, we all understand that. Yeah.
But I also think too, like, another side of this that really just me off in so many ways is like, this is my release.
All the things
are coming out. In some of the groups that I have dabbled in, watching when someone posts about their views, whether they're positive or negative, and seeing the flood of comments that come from all of the people, they're either being helpful or aren't being helpful, but it's always advice that it leaves me going, "Ugh," and I never
Yes.
personally hop into any of those to give advice because I just can't. There's so much unraveling that has to be done. Just why I'm so glad that we met when we did, because I feel like we're watching this happen in front of us. We're watching people who think in order to get there where they've decided they need to be, which is way down the road somewhere, that they've got to get a viral video every day out there, and it's got to be selling to somebody. It's got to
Mhm.
be, thousands upon thousands of views to get this, to do the thing. And they go about it all wrong. And if they don't get it right, then you see where these newbie authors, or even authors that have been around for a little bit, the heartbreaking part of the comments is how they start kicking themselves or beating themselves up. This is not good for anyone's mental health, you guys, when this starts to happen, because then you're going to start second guessing everything you're doing in your author career because you're laying it all on TikTok. You
I've
guys,
seen
TikTok could
so
be gone in
many
5 years.
people burn out, disappear, completely throw in the towel because they're feeling like they're failing at TikTok, or they feel like they're doing it wrong
Yes.
because there's all these like rumors and misbeliefs about what you should be doing in order to be successful. And most of them are just like, helpful advice for the person that had that success with that style, right? And then everybody's trying to take that and make it work for them, and it doesn't, because it's a different genre, different personality, different brain, like different schedule, and it doesn't work the same. And now they're thinking that like they're just that was the only way to do it, and they're doing it wrong. And we've seen, I don't check those comments either. I don't interact with them because
Mm-mm.
it's like it's so painful, and you would need whole book for each of those comments to unpack what that means. But I see advice given around all the time that I've seen the origins of, where I've seen the like the outbreak monkey of the first person going, I think that it might be this is what's happening, and I think that if you use this hashtag that maybe, and they're all very like, maybe this might, and then 2 months later everybody's like, you can't use this hashtag, well, and it's like
Yes, they do.
become gospel.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I remember the first person who said you need to have this ratio of likes to comments. And then somebody being like, so don't
Everybody
comment,
wants it.
don't reply to people's comments if your comments to likes ratio is off. I'm like, I remember the first person who made that video, and she was just like hypothesizing based off of like these aren't real facts. Like they just, oh gosh.
Comes back to people like basing something off of what they think is fact. And it's like, you just can't. And it's like, it's a
Yeah.
dangerous, like the mind is a dangerous neighborhood. So is TikTok. Don't go in
Yeah.
alone. Like you
Yeah.
just have to.
Yeah, come talk to us. We'll talk.
Yeah,
We'll
please.
stop this spiral. But I think the two most important things, like if just to pull you back when you start to spiral out with this advice, is what is your goal, and how do you want to make people feel on your way to achieving it?
Yes. Yeah. And are you
So
having fun? Like I think that's
yeah,
if you're not having fun at the end of the day, you got to figure it out, like what's going to give you the fun back. Do you stay on TikTok and find your fun? Do you take a break from TikTok? Do you take a break from all social media? Just lean into your newsletter. I mean,
mhm.
it can look like so many things until you come to the right spot. So don't feel bad if you go, I just listened to that podcast and decided I'm not having fun. I'm going to quit TikTok till February. Great. Take a break, lean into
Yeah.
something else, or just take care of yourself. Do
Or
that. So you
these
come
are the
back
only
fresh.
videos that I enjoy making,
Do
and
those.
make
Yeah.
those, and let's figure out how we can make those work for you, instead of going, oh, I have to make this other kind of video because that's the one that's working for everyone. I feel like start with the joy, start with the fun, start with the
Yes.
things that you enjoy, and then add the marketing and sales on top of it. Don't start with the marketing and sales and then find a gimmicky way to make it fun. You know what I
It's
mean?
fine. And like, I love your attitude about myth busting what we hear, because you and I both done it in our own ways. And not even meaning to, but just because I think that's where you and I both end up going. Like we hear something and it's like, I feel like proving this wrong right now. Like for me was duet.
Yeah.
People going, and this came out of one of these groups. I saw people posting in there, don't do duets anymore. They say don't duets. TikTok is
Yeah.
its algorithm. And there was this whole thing about, oh, duets.
Mhm.
And I do duets. at least every other one is a duet. And they always do very well in so many ways. And I have made more connections with folks. And Allie and I have talked about this before. People send them to us. We both get to get our readers and community and friends we've made on there, even finding content and going, you'll enjoy this, because they know that we're going to share it.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is just like one of those parts.
Yeah.
Like how awesome.
I think it kind of blows people's minds when I tell them I know how to have more views than I have currently, and I choose not to because they don't help me. They don't sell more of my books, and having viral videos every other week is just stressful, and my anxiety can't handle it, and I don't enjoy it. But like if my only goal was to get as many views as possible and have as many followers as possible, I would be making much different content than what I'm making right now, because I know exactly what sort of content will pull in.
Come in.
They're the wrong sort of people who I don't want to invest my time in, because my goal isn't to be an influencer. My goal is to be an author and make like real meaningful connections with real readers who become my super fans and my fan group and show up for me in major ways and are excited for me to share my news with them. And I'm excited to see them every day. Those are the people. And so I'm not making lots of content that's viral videos and heaps of views. Like, I want to keep it smaller and more intimate and keep welcoming one or two more people in who are actually going to be of value to my goals. So just keep that in mind, because I know a lot of people are like, but don't you want 100,000 followers? Don't you want 1 million views on every video? And I'm like, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
It is stressful. And it's like, I think once every week I'll have one video for me that starts to do well. I'm okay with that, because that's not even viral by anybody else, but for Anne, it's what I need, because I have my own measuring that I'm doing on that video, my own touchstone with that for finding other readers and comment or even getting information. But yeah, because it is very intense when I've had some of those that have taken off and you come back and you've got 300 comments. And I'm somebody that I love leaning into commenting. So I'm going to sit there for the next hour and I'm going to reply to everybody.
Yeah, right. And then your thumbs hurt and you're
tired. I can't do it. My eyes hurt.
Yeah. And you can't, if it starts getting up into the like hundreds of thousands of views, you can't reply to everyone. It starts to go off the rails. There starts to be fighting in the comments. It's not like 1,000 to 10,000 views is my sweet spot that I like to stay within. And that's what does the most work for me, as far as converting people into other things as well. And anything beyond that starts to get really overwhelming and stressful, and also stops like really reaching my target audience and the right people, so
and that's a big part of it too. People forget you get out there, you get on that FYP, you go viral. You're not necessarily going to be in front of your readers anymore. You get pushed out to TikTok, and then it is like a whole different ball game happening.
Although this is a cool moment. Do you know who Lori Hernandez is?
Yes, I do.
Olympian. She liked one of my videos. That was very cool.
That very
cool. Okay. So that one was worth it to have more views. But yeah, like I used to, when I first started on TikTok, my goal was to have 200 views. And that was when I knew I was successful. And then it was 500 views, and then it was 700 views, and then it was 1,000 views. And now I'm still like, okay, I've kind of reached the cap of what I feel like is fun level of engagement in my content. Like, I don't want every video to get more than 1,000 views, so like there's ones that I make that are for a very niche group that will probably get 800 views, but they'll be very effective at reaching those 800 people that I want them to.
And that's your audience.
Ones that are more about getting new people that get more views, that are more about getting more people to like follow me and things. So each video has its own strategy and has different like ideal amount of views for what it's doing,
Yay.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like we're a little over 20 minutes, and I can also I feel muscles like untightening because we just got it all.
People feel like they can turn that off a little bit more and
Please
start to
do.
redefine what their goals are and how they define success on TikTok. Because I can tell you now, you can absolutely be very successful with 5,000 followers and 500 views on videos. Like I've done it. I guarantee you it can be done. So
Yeah.
don't be like worried about that. If you want to chase viral videos, go for it, but also like check your mental health and make sure that that's what you want to be doing, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
It all comes back to the mental health, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yay.
All right.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for today, Allie.
Good one. Hopefully it resonates with people.
Lovely. All right, you guys, we're done for today. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
And we will see you next week with another appointment with the BookToktors.
Bye-bye.
Bye.